2025 is going to be a problem. 2025, as far as the fiscal year releases for sneakers, is going to be a problem. 2024 was a horrible year for me, man. Horrible. I don't even think, now that I'm thinking, I don't think I bought a pair of shoes for myself, or bought a pair of shoes at all in 2024. Man, it was rough, to say the least. I just totally shut down. I'm still sitting on the stuff that I bought for myself last year, which is fine and dandy. That's when you're a vet at the sneakerhead game. That's what you're supposed to do. You should be savvy enough to know when to fold them and when to hold them. And right now I'm holding them, but I've been getting rid of a lot of stuff. Now, the one thing that I don't want to say that I missed, kind of two things I missed that I'm like three really. The Armani 95s for shizzle. Those are dope. The Air Jordan 3 Reimagined black cement, very nice. There's something else that was releasing, or that released. I'm trying to think. The Armani 95, the Air Jordan Black Cement 3. Oh, and the Air Jordan 3 Armani. That is a super sleeper. A lot of people slept on that shoe. Super cold. There is a SB that's coming out that is raw as hell. The Wizard of Oz. Ain't nobody talking about that. And I'm like, what is going on? How come y'all not talking about this Wizard of Oz that's finna drop? Them boys is hard, right? But I've been doing some reviewing and looking at some people talking about these 2025 releases, and I'm like, holy shit. It's a lot of shit coming out next year. Shout out to Talks with TJ. It's all about budgeting, but god damn it, if I don't work extra hard to get some of this shit that's coming out, first of all, me knowing what my shit look like, I definitely need that white cement for. I sold my last one. I think that was the 2016, 2018, whatever. But that is a must cop. That do the right thing, you know what I'm saying? Joint. Where am I going? What else? The Air Jordan 5 black, metallic black. You got the Undefeated 4. Oh my god, whenever I do a list of like grails before this release came out, that Undefeated 4 was always in my top, neither 1, 2, or 3. That Undefeated 4 is a must cop. Relax. What else they say coming out? You got the Galaxy Foamposite, which is cool. I think they say they're doing a bread, an 85 cut of the bread 1. Then they also say, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. I can't think right now. PlayStation Air Force 1. One release for the 95 joint that I'm kind of disappointed in is the Stash 95. Here's my thing. If y'all gonna do these releases of grails, at least do them as close as possible to the original and not do a rendition. That 95 Stash is trash. Hate to be harsh about it, but that rendition is not what's up. Like, I remember that 95 Stash to be close as possible to an OG 95. The premium leathers on that boy. Dawg, they just released something that they threw some holes on that boy and they put the colorway palette on there and they like, ta-da. And I'm like, nah, that's not what's up. Now, the Wu-Tang Dunk, which is definitely one of the best releases of the year, but I was kind of looking at it and I'm like, man, they switched up the coloring a little bit. And I'm like, man, let's not, the whole thing that people are talking about with Nike is, if you're going to do it right. Don't just rush product out here because you want to make sales and you think you're going to win the people back. The people are smarter than they were in the past years. And don't get somebody's mouth watering to get a dope release and then they get it. And then, we've been hearing about all type of quality control issues on the 3. The Wu-Tang Dunk is very underwhelming. I'm not saying it's whack, but it's very underwhelming. Like, there has definitely been something in the air. There's a shift in the air as far as it comes to sneakers. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm always a spiritual dude first. But while I'm here on this journey, I'm gonna enjoy the shit out of sneakers. And one thing I do get retentive about is the releases and, what I'm hearing about the quality. Over the years, I've spent a ton of bread on sneakers. I've been there, done that. You cannot lose people and then think you're going to regain them back by just throwing a whole bunch of re-releases. And then when the people get the re-releases, they still complaining because there's a lot of quality control issues. I mean, hell, even StockX and GOAT are being called out on a lot of their stuff, like tardiness when it comes to deliveries. Like, there's something in the water. There's definitely something going on. And this sneaker community ain't the same sneaker community that we grew up loving. I don't want to say it's Generation X fault, although a lot of that shit is microwaved up. Like, the whole resale thing has just pretty much fallen apart. And the only people that's making the money is the people that know people, or the people that have been paying top bread to stay connected. All the little homies and whatnot, they're not really getting it like that. And I don't blame them. And that's kind of why I'm like, I'm out. I'm not out in the sense of like I'll never buy sneakers again, but I've come to my senses as well. Like, yo, let me go ahead and entertain other avenues while I still keep an eye out on this one, because that's always gonna be something that I do. Nonetheless, yeah, them Jordan 3s will be copped eventually. There are some other things on my list that I have to recop eventually, but as far as 2025, it's a problem. Flu games, that's another thing that's coming out. Let me check real quick. Let's see. The Aqua 8s coming out. Oh, the 10, hands down. I think on top of my list, it's definitely got to be a 10. It's got to be the Cement for the Black 5s. Those are the 3, along with the 3 that just dropped. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool on a lot of stuff, but there are essentials. And the essentials is definitely the Cement for the Steel 10, the Metallic 5, and there's something else that I can't think of right now, but the 4 and the 10 are for sure on the top of my list. I'm trying to think. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if they come out with a good quality 6. I might go after a 6. I need a 6. I got 7s. Oh, the 8, the Aqua 8. I didn't get my hand on that Playoff 8 last year like I wanted to, because I was so busy buying other stuff. I just kind of let it slip through the crack. But the Aqua 8 is a must. 4, 8, and 10. I got a 9, but I could use another 9. They're talking about releasing that charcoal 9. The 11s I'm good on. I'm sick of 11s. They've been dropping 11s traditionally around this time for like the last 15 years? Was it 15? Maybe more than that. And it's getting to the point like it's redundant now. Like they dropping this Columbia 11, and I'm like, You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the flu game is coming out. They don't have any 13s. They killed the 13. But I got 13s already. So like I said, man, between that 4, that 5, that 8, and that 10, that's pretty much, you know, of course, if they are the breed one, there's probably like a good 10 pairs, I can say for sure. A good quality 10 to 15 pairs that is definitely, you know, I gotta get. But outside of that, we'll see what happens. You know, this segment of sneaker collecting is like it's pretty much, man, cut back, buy the essentials only. A lot of people talking about we need 2 pairs, and I'm like, man, that 2 pair shit might be over with too. You know, I see a shift happening, and it's definitely happening. You know what I'm saying? It's something in the air. People are spending more wisely. Hell, you talk about events. Normally around this time, it'd be so many events popping up. I haven't even seen an event pop up for whatchamacallit, the normal one that they would do annually in Chicago. I only see 2 events during the Christmas time, and one of them is a small event here, and the next one is in Detroit. And I did see there's a sneaker con in Cali. That's not looking too good for me, but nonetheless, yeah, the game is slowly dying. It's on life support for some of us that is really about it. You know, we're gonna try to do our best, but I hate to admit it, man. There's something in the air, and it's not a good look. So I'm hoping that these releases in 2025 rejuvenate the game. If not, you know, I'm still gonna buy, but it's gonna be very interesting to see what transpires next. You know, and when dude get in the office, it ain't gonna be no better, because he putting tariffs on everything. Like, he trying to reel this shit back from the last 4 years that these mods did. So we'll see what happens. Peace.